Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I am coming to you from my car because I'm actually about to get on a plane to go to Perth. I thought I really need to get this video done before then because I won't have my laptop with me, so it just has to get done today. So sorry for this, but today I'm doing a video talking about the plans for all the horses, including Khal. There's been so many questions about Khal, so many presumptions, people just making up stories that just aren't even true. But yes, I will talk you through the plans for next year for all the horses. Obviously I'll include Khal. There's not really a huge long story about Khal, but I'll include it in the video. So I will get into it. So I'm going to start from the youngest to the oldest. So the youngest horse we have is Seren, who was born this year, so she's about 6 months old now. She is at home in Ireland with her mum, Welbeck, growing up, living her best life. She's not yet weaned. I think we're just going to wait till I get back to Ireland and then I can help Dad weaning her. Dad said that she is got so much sass. She pins her ears and bullies the other horses away from the feed at feeding time, and she is literally 6 months old. I think she's very much her mother's daughter. She is really taking after her and learning from the way Welbeck bosses all the other horses around too. So we're gonna have to do something about that. I think I might, when we wean her, she might go in with one of the other older mares that will put her in line, because at the moment it sounds like she is just a bit too cheeky for my liking. But she's great. Dad sent me some videos of her galloping around the arena, which I'll put in, so it's great to see her. She's growing up so fast. I think can't believe how big she is. She's already the size of Delphi, who's 2 years older than her. So she's going to be a big girl. But yeah, so excited. So next year she's not going to be doing much of anything except growing up. We will keep her, break her in, compete her, etc, etc. So she is with us for a long time, at least. So yeah, she's going to be on the channel for quite a while. Next up is Zephyr, or Zephy. So he is a yearling, so next year he's going to be 2. He is Welbeck's foal also. He's by a stallion called Cicero. He is gorgeous. He's the total opposite of Sarin. He's so sweet, so gentle. He's everyone's friend. No one, at feeding, he goes around and takes a little bite of all the other horses' food because no one will pushes him away. They all love him. He's genuinely everyone's friend. He's just like the classic friendly gelding, I think. So yeah, I'm really excited to work with him. I feel like he's going to be such a joy to, ride and everything. He just seems so sweet. But again, he's only going to be 2 next year, so he's just going to be doing some growing up until he's about 3.5, and then I'll break him in. So he is just chilling with Sarin. Next up is Delphi. So next year she's going to be 3, which is so exciting because it means that in the summer I'm going to start the process of breaking her in. So Delphi I actually bought as a foal, and yeah, I'm so excited about her, honestly. Next year I'm going to loose jump her over a pole, and we'll break and I'll break her in. So I'm so excited for that. Yeah, I think she's going to be a good one. She also has a lot of personality though. Her and Sarin are currently, it's her, Sarin and Welbeck in a field together, and her and Sarin are like best buds. They just play fight constantly. They're like colts. But yeah, so Delphi isn't really putting Sarin in her place. I think Sarin's giving as much as she's getting. So yeah, Delphi is cheeky. She's jumped out of stables. She does what she wants. She's afraid of no one. We always said it the day she arrived, she'd just been weaned. She was put on a float for the first time, and Dad said, I wasn't there, but Dad said that she just walked off the float as if she owned the place. There was no concerns, no stress. She just was confident from day one. So I'm also so excited to ride her. It's crazy. I'm going to be riding her in less than a year. So next is Wiggy. So Wiggy is going to be 4 next year. I broke him in this year. and he was very good. Didn't do a huge amount, literally a walk and a trot around the arena. So when I get back to Ireland, he'll come into work. So it'll take a bit to get him back into the swing of things because he was only lightly broken when I left. But yeah, the plan is to get him out to some shows. He'll go to his first show next year. We do have quite a few 4-year-old classes in Ireland. There's some that are, you know, kind of a metre, and then there are some that are the qualifiers for the Dublin Horse Show, which is 110, which is an ask for a 4-year-old, especially one that hasn't been in work over the winter, is literally just going to come into work in February. So I think with Wiggy, I'm just going to really play it by ear. If he's feeling confident, we'll pop around some shows. If he needs more time, that's fine. There's not really any stress with him. Because he's a gelding, he will be for sale. But I don't have a set plan on when that will be. I think it kind of depends on how he finds just work and jumping, and if I think, you know what, he's gonna need a bit more time, but with more time I think he'll jump the bigger classes, then of course I'll just keep him longer and then get him to that point. But if he's a really, you know, mature, flashy 4-year-old, then I might sell him as a 4-year-old. It just totally depends on how he finds ridden life. So yeah, it's crazy. He's my first foal out of Welbeck, so it's really exciting to finally be competing her babies. So that'll be the plan for Wiggy. So there's going to be lots of Wiggy on the channel next year. It's going to be all about, you know, his first show, first time schooling. Like, he's just not done anything really. So yeah, it's very exciting. So next up is Dali. So a lot of you would have seen my last view, which was 8 years of Dali, and it's his journey throughout the years and how he's kind of come from us breeding him just as a foal to jumping his first National Grand Prix this year. So he's very exciting. He is, you know, one of my best horses. He's going to do the Spring Tour League 135, step him up to some 140s again. Basically, I'm just going to see how he goes, try and get him a bit more competitive at that level. And then again, selling wise, it's just, if the right offer, the right home comes, great. If not, whatever. Horses aren't my full-time job. I am actually a vet, so I don't have to sell horses to eat. However, I cannot keep them all, and what I love to do is to breed, produce and sell horses. I love breeding and producing them, and in order to do that, I do have to sell a few. So because Dali's gelding and we can't breed from him, he possibly will be sold at some point, but there's no firm and fast. He doesn't have to be sold next year, but as I said, if the perfect opportunity came up for him, then yes, I would sell him with great sadness because I do love him so much. This is my problem, I get way too soft on them. So yes, he's just all about competing, Grand Prix, seeing how far we can go, me learning to ride him a bit better, him teaching me teaching him. Yeah, it'll be so much fun. There's no plans to go overseas next year. It's so expensive and I just really probably don't have the cash next year. So I think we'll just be doing lots of shows in Ireland, but we're lucky we have so many good shows in Ireland, so it'll be great. So next oldest is Khal. Way, well done. I'm sure everyone just skipped ahead to this part. But Khal, okay, Khal. I have never been so close to quitting all social media because of this whole situation. It has been painful to see some of the comments and not be able to say anything. Like, I did take quite a big break from social media, and genuinely a lot of it was because of the Khal situation and all the comments I was getting. And then when I came back, it was like inundated with comments, like on every post, even if it was about something else, and people being a little bit mean, to be honest, and like insinuating that I'm like lying and like hiding it. Guys, if I don't want to talk about a horse, I actually don't have to. It's a personal situation. Finances are very personal. You know, it's your life. I can't share everything. So I will explain. I was competing Khal. He was going extremely well. I always said that if the right, perfect offer came up, I would sell him. So someone did approach me. However, it wasn't a simple buy your horse situation. What was going to happen was it was going to be more of a partnership situation where I don't sell all of him, and then we were kind of deciding who keeps the ride, where he's going to stay. He went to their yard. You know, it was not a clear, easy thing to explain. And then also, because someone else was involved now, I can't share, one, I don't want to share all my personal life, but I also can't share other people's, you know, personal details and, you know, like business decisions that they're involved in. That's, you just can't do that. Like, you know, it's a business for people, and I can't share other people's business. So anyway, that went on for a while. We just were like sussing a few things out. We were making sure everyone was happy, blah, 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 whatever. This person is also like the nicest person ever. It was gonna be perfect. However, some things changed, and I feel like it has been a blessing in disguise. There's been a few changes, and honestly, I can't tell you what they are. However, all you guys need to know is that I now have the ride on Khal probably forever, and I'm so happy. Right? It's like the best Christmas present I could have gotten. And honestly, it was only really decided last week, so I really couldn't have told you guys any sooner. So yes, that is the update. The update is that Khal is not currently at my house. He's still somewhere else. He's in work, he's fit, he's even been to some shows. But when I get back in February, he's going to come back to mine, and I'm going to ride him. And I'm so excited. I think I didn't realize how sad I was about not competing him until I've now been given this opportunity. And now it's like, I'm so happy, so grateful. So yes, it's like one of these things where I feel like there was a lot of ups and downs on this journey, and it's all just come around. And I think that he's our first homebred. Dad adores him. He's so happy that we're getting to keep him probably forever, but obviously you can never say forever, right? You can never, nothing's ever 100% set in stone. But as of right now, I'm back riding Khal. So excited. Next year we're gonna go out, jump our Grand Prix, have so much fun, be competitive like he was last year. Yeah, he's going to teach me how to be better in jump offs at Grand Prix, and yeah, I'm just so excited, so happy. So that is a Khal update. It's a great one. It's such a good one. But as I said, it was literally decided last week, so I honestly couldn't have told you guys any sooner. Moving on to the two oldest horses we have. Oh, I forgot about Tia. What age is she? Anyway, Tia is a recipient mare that we own. She's a grey thoroughbred mare. You might have seen her a bit, and she's going to be a recipient mare. She's not currently carrying any embryos. She's empty, but hopefully we'll use her next year. Next up is Welbeck and Fiona, because they're the same age and they're both brood mares, so it ties in well. Neither of them are in full. Welbeck had a full this year. I did cover her once at the end of this year. She didn't go in full. I said that's fine because I was going to Australia, so I didn't have time to try again. So I just left her. And Fiona, we tried to get embryos from her this year and we could not get any embryos. She had a bad foaling a couple of years ago where the foal died and it damaged her cervix. So now she has a lot of problems conceiving. So next year, because Khal and Dali, who are Fiona's foals, are so good, I'm very dedicated to getting, I really want a filly from Fiona. I've literally tried to track down like any relatives of Fiona that I could buy. She has no siblings, like, you know, there's no, if she doesn't have a filly, her line is done, and I feel like that would be such a shame. So I'm really trying to get a foal from her. The plan is to do ICSI with her. So ICSI is like IVF for horses, basically. So they take the oocyte, which is within the follicle, out, and then they inject the sperm into the oocyte in the lab, mature it into an embryo, and then put that embryo into a recipient mare. So it's very like IVF, I believe. So that's the plan with her. It is not a cheap endeavor. However, This is kind of why I'm also not going overseas or like any big shows next year, because I feel like my budget is going towards this for Fiona. So if we get some embryos from Fiona, one will go into Tia, who is the recipient mare, and there's a possibility that I would put another one into Welbeck. So Welbeck would carry Fiona's foal instead of carrying her own foal. This is because I now have 3 foals from Welbeck, none of which have proved them themselves because they're all young, but that's fair. And I also have a filly from Welbeck. So I kind of have a lot from Welbeck that I really like, and then I would like more from Fiona, who has already proven herself, and also I don't have any filly, so her line ends if we don't get anything else. So I feel like right now I'm prioritizing Fiona foals. Hopefully it's a good decision in the future. But so that would be the plan, is to get, so when you do ICSI, it's possible to get quite a few embryos. It's also possible to get no embryos. So it's a bit of a risk, but if we do get quite a few, that would be great. They just sit in the freezer and you just defrost them and put them in recipient mares at your leisure. So I probably wouldn't have more than 2 foals because we just don't have the space. But chat to me later. If we have many, many embryos, I don't know if I'll be able to resist putting a few more into recipient mares, but it's huge fingers crossed. We might just not get any embryos. You never know. So hopefully we get a Fiona foal on the ground in 2026. There's a long road ahead, and it's not been easy. So that is her. Also, special mention to Jack, who is my very first pony, who is on loan to the most amazing family ever, and they adore him, and he's amazing, and he's going great and living his best life. And he's never on the channel, but a few of you will remember him from when, literally like 16 years ago when I got him. Crazy. So long. So yes, that is an update on all the horses. So I hope your curiosity has been satisfied regarding the Khal situation. I will be answering no more questions about it. Thank you. But yes, I do appreciate that you guys just do care a lot about the horses, and you know what? I'm nosy too. I like to know what other people are happening in their life. It was just a stressful time for me, and it was made worse by social media. So I'm glad it's all resolved now and everyone can be happy that Khal is going to be back on the channel for 2025. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Sorry I was a bit MIA for a while there. You now know why. I was just stressed. But I have many plans for next year for videos, and I will definitely be taking you guys along with everything that we're doing with the young horses. So yes, I will catch you guys in 2025. See you.